by agenda. You get Obi Wan Kenobi. Hey everybody, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott. If you are new here, like 30 to 40% of you usually are, please subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell, all that stuff. Comment. It helps out the channel. We don't have to agree to support one another. Just be respectful. But how can you be respectful to a company like Disney? I have a lot of problems with Disney, least of all their writers. But that just goes to show you how far they have fallen, where down the list of things I need to complain about Disney is actually the writing of a show that's terrible to me. Kenobi. We have one of their head writers. His name is, now I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I want to say it's Joby or Joby Harold. If I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. I really am not trying to screw it up. So I'll say Mr. Harold. The writer, Mr. Harold, speaking on the Grand Inquisitor's death, he said he didn't break canon. This article is from Bounding into Comics, written by John F. Trent. Check out the dump we had on Saturday night with John F. Trent. He was our guest. I think you'll enjoy it. We talked about this gentleman a lot. But I just saw this article from John, and it blows my mind. These people just keep running over. They just keep backing themselves over. I don't know, buses, things. I don't edit, so just deal with it. But they don't know anything about Star Wars. They're hiring people because they like their social and political stances. They want the agenda first. We're all about, don't care what it is, diversity. Even though Star Wars, if you have watched the Kenobi show, let's take Tatooine in episode 1, when they're showing the crowd, a lot of white people, a lot of human beings, no aliens. No, let's go back to George's original. A lot of aliens, a lot of different races, a lot of different creatures. They talk a good game, but yet they're not following through with what they believe because they don't understand Star Wars. So let's take this article into consideration. Obi Wan Kenobi writer, Mr. Harold, on the Grand Inquisitor's death, we would never break canon. Okay. Obi Wan Kenobi writer. Okay, we already read that part. Harold spoke with Vanity Fair about the show. Vanity Fair's Anthony Breznican, specifically asked about the Grand Inquisitor's death. So let's jump ahead. After Reva stabbed him, the character previously met his fate in Star Wars Rebels after being defeated by defeat to Canon Jarrus in the show's season 1 finale. While hanging on a ledge, he let go, falling into a fiery inferno never to be seen again. If you don't know, Rebels is Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars canon. So it's not just George's they're backing over and running over and stabbing. It's their own. So the writer asks, question, in episode 2, Reva drives her lightsaber into her superior, the Grand Inquisitor, yet we saw him meet his end in a different way in the animated Rebel show. Is there a break in canon there? Very good question. Glad people are asking it. Harold replied, as you know, we would never break canon. So that's all I'll say. Laughs. Canon is everything. Now, I have not heard him say this phrase, so this is why I hate texting, because you don't know what the person's really trying to say. The person could be like, hey, how's your day going? And you can see, hey, how's your day going? So, but throwing that laughs in there, it's almost like, is he laughing that canon is everything? Or never breaking canon? Because that sounds like, to me, it's a joke to him. Where Star Wars fans are very devoted fans. They are all about canon. Diehard Star Wars fans. And even though the EU is no longer part of it, they're still, okay, let's take the films, the prequels, the OG, and let's see if we can at least stick to that. And they don't. So it goes on, and the writer of the article then asks, so fans should wait to see where that's going before judging it as a mistake or a retcon. Harold answered, I can't speak to it beyond that. We all know where we're going in the show from previous films and TV shows. So anytime you can undercut that, pull the rug on that, have a reversal. A what? The Obi Wan Kenobi writer then detailed that he specifically wanted to subvert, they love that word, people's expectations. Thanks a lot, Rian Johnson. With this scene, as he answered a question about fan reaction to the scene while at Celebration Star Wars. I was sitting with Rupert Friend, who plays the Grand Inquisitor. I was right in front of him when it happened, and we talked about it beforehand. I was like, how's this going to be? It was an audible gasp. The people were not expecting that at all. Of course not, because they know he dies in Rebels years later, not in Obi-Wan by a new character. That was quite gratifying because that's the intention to show. It begins with the Grand Inquisitor while grandstanding and enjoying the sound of his own voice. I don't think we anticipated the voice suddenly being cut off as it was. Now, these people go for shock and awe every time. They think shock and awe is subversion. They think shock and awe is something we want. Shock and awe is something special, but it has to be done correctly. Like me personally, Vader going down the street, killing random people, kids, dragging women down the street just to bring out Obi-Wan. He wouldn't need to do that. If Obi-Wan is around, he would sense him. Okay, he would be able, he sensed him on the Death Star. He sensed him on the Death Star without anything really kicking that off, except for what Ben was doing at that time. He was able to sense it. So if Ben's terrified in a town, do you really think he needs to do all that to make him even more terrified? They still want the Empire to look like they're fair, maybe strict, but fair. And, even though this is the Outer Rim, they're not just going to go around killing random people. And this same writer talks about how, this isn't something the Empire does, but yet he depicts Reva and Darth Vader doing the same thing. So I don't know what he's trying to say. So he implied that Grand Inquisitor died. Most people who get pierced by a lightsaber do die. We have seen Maul return, which he shouldn't have, in the Clone Wars. Not only did Maul survive, but under Disney's control of Star Wars, Darth Sidious survived the destruction of the second Death Star. Yeah. However, the idea Harold and the team at Lucasfilm would never break canon is absolutely a load of crap. Yes, John F. Trent, it is. The Obi Wan Kenobi show is evidence enough as it claims that 10 years after the Battle of Mustafar, Kenobi did not know Darth Vader was alive. And 10 years after, he was a broken man, still living in a cave, even though we know he had a hut. Going after Leia, even though they didn't ask for him. They just thought, hey, there's a connection with the Senator and Obi-Wan. If we kidnap his daughter, he'll have to go to Obi-Wan. Why? Now, if you made it that we kidnapped his daughter and said only Obi-Wan can save her, maybe that would have worked. Just a little change. Think about your writing, people. And it claims that Kenobi did not know Darth Vader was alive, but it also makes it clear that Leia knows exactly who Obi-Wan Kenobi is, despite A New Hope making it abundantly clear that Leia only knew of him through her father. You could say what you want. You're my only hope. No, she wouldn't have been like, hey, Obi-Wan, you served my father in the Clone Wars. She'd be like, hey, Obi-Wan, we had like a total rom-com and hung out, and I thought you might have been my dad, and you saved me, and all this stuff happened. Remember that? Remember? It was awesome. So these writers do not care. And let me know what you think in the comments section below. Again, you don't have to agree with me. I really don't care. Respectful, I would hope, but again, don't care about that really as much. Just be respectful to others. Me, I get it. I'm putting myself out there. You could be whoever you want to be, an internet troll or whatever. But let me know what you think. Are they breaking canon? Is Disney Star Wars good? Have they ever put out anything good? And I really would like, because I know the people that follow me probably don't think it. But there are people out there that support it in the fandom that we're in, and I respect that. I know a couple straight that come to mind. One by the name of Raging Rhino. He loves this show. Loves it. Here, Rhino talks about the canon breaking right here.
I don't even know.
Yeah, You hear it here first, people. So let me know. Please subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you to all the new channel members. We are almost, I think, at 100 channel members. I appreciate it. On the road to 3,000 subs. Let's do this. Have a great day, everybody.